In today's video, we're going to be working on the interior of this BMW 330i, and we're going to be completely transforming it with a whole bunch of carbon fiber. What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. So like I said, we're going to be working on the interior of the 330 today. I'm actually super excited for this. I've been wanting to do this mod for a long time, but today is finally the day. We're finally going to be actually installing it. So I will show you guys the new interior shortly, but I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Inline 6 Auto. He's very kind to send this out to me. So if you guys want any of these mods, I will leave them all linked down in the description below. There's also a promo code for you guys to use to get an additional 5% off. But in the meantime, guys, let me just show you the new mods for today. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have a whole bunch of carbon fiber trim pieces for the 330i. I do want to emphasize though, guys, although I'm using it on this 330i, this literally works for any F30 out there. He also sells sets for an F32, which, by the way, guys, if you watch my channel, you'll know exactly what car this is. So just first off, guys, as you can see, this is real carbon fiber. The weave is absolutely gorgeous. Also, this is dry carbon. That means it is literally just straight up carbon fiber. It is not combined with ABS, which is nice because that means it's going to sit nice and flush on our trim. Also, it comes with some adhesive tape already on it, and it's super thin adhesive tape. Now, I don't think I properly explained this yet, but this is not going to be replacing our trim in the car. It's going to be going on top of it. So this is not a complete replacement, guys. This literally just sticks on to your current interior trim on your F30 or F32. So that's why it's so light and so thin, and why it has adhesive tape on the back of it. But the nice thing is, guys, this is going to be so much easier to install rather than taking off your old trim, risking breaking it or anything like that, and it's going to look just as good. So just in case if I didn't make that clear already, now you know. Yeah, anyways, now with that said, if you guys couldn't tell, this piece right over here is going to be going on the main AC vents, and then you also have pieces for your door handles. So these all are also dry carbon fiber, super light, super thin, and they do come with 4, so 2 for the rear, 2 for the front. We'll get to that piece in a little bit, but for now, let me just finish showing you guys the main set, because everything here comes in one set. That one is a separate mod. But anyways, as you guys can see, this one over here goes by like your control unit, so kind of close to your shifter and your e-brake. This one here goes right by your shifter, which is really nice because I actually don't know many interior trim sets that come with this piece, so it's actually really nice that this is included. This piece here, I believe, goes by your AC vent on the driver's side. I could be wrong. I have to double check on this one. This one, I'm not exactly sure where this one goes. Maybe on the passenger side? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, everything that I just showed you guys comes as one set. So it's really nice because you can literally transform your entire interior with just this one mod. I say one mod, although it's multiple, it's because you purchase them all together. So if you guys want this set, I'll leave a link to these down in the description below. But let me just get to that other mod that I kind of alluded to before, and that's this right over here. So if you guys can tell, this is the actual shifter replacement, also in carbon fiber. Now this one is actually combined with ABS, unlike the rest, and the reason for that is because this is actually going to be a direct replacement. So now again, this is technically a different mod, something you have to buy separately, so I'll leave a link to this one as well. All right, so now with all that out of the way, we can actually get to installing these things. I'm expecting this to take me maybe like, I don't know, half an hour, just because I'm going to be filming it. But if you guys are going to be doing it yourselves, honestly, it's going to be super quick. The way that I'm going to do this is, first, I'm actually going to go to the original trim. I'm going to clean it off properly with some rubbing alcohol. I'm also going to take a heat gun and heat up the adhesive before even sticking it on. Today isn't a cold day, but it's definitely getting a little colder. As you guys can tell, leaves are falling around me, so fall is coming up. So yeah, with that said, let's get to installing it.
I don't mind if you don't listen that much, but some of y'all don't listen at all. The same they be pushing your buttons, got a grown man having withdrawals. I don't mind if you don't listen that much, yo, I just mind what you say for the crowd. Cause some of y'all don't listen at all, some of y'all don't answer that call. Realize the movie that I was watching, it's the end of the world, Illuminati is coming. Gather the boys and girls and watches it all unfurls. They clutching at all they pearls and no one asking for guidance. Stimulus check, won't you cash app that? I got then they said that respect they black politicians, and they said don't know how to act. That's why we sitting on the wrong track, back to the long track. And it's okay to be rich. My mama always told me I was destined for greatness, but my mama also, she told me take care of the kids and everybody.
Alright guys, so as you can see, I finished installing the interior trim. Now I didn't do the shifter quite yet, but I wanted to focus on the main set. So you can see there, I have the door handle on, I have this main dash piece. One of the small pieces was actually for this vent right here. Of course, I have the door handles over here as well as the back. And then probably my favorite of all of them is this piece right here, as well as the one next to the shifter. I don't know how well the camera's picking up, but guys, it looks so much better. This not being aluminum anymore and having that carbon fiber style with the shifter, I think it's gonna look 10 times better. But like I said, we'll get to that later. Maybe I like this part so much because it's the only part really hitting the sun right now. You can just tell how good the carbon fiber looks. So like I expected, this was super easy to install. Now the only part that I actually needed a heat gun was the handles. Everything else has like a very thin double-sided tape, whereas the handles have double-sided adhesive. Everything else I just kind of stuck on. I did make sure I cleaned every piece of trim with rubbing alcohol very well before sticking them on. Now in terms of fitment was really good, guys. You just have to be very patient and meticulous about getting everything to fit properly. If you take your time with it, it will fit. Now if you guys notice, there's one piece missing from that trim set that I didn't install, and it's actually this one right here. So this piece is actually supposed to go on that vent right in there. The reason why I didn't personally install it is because I actually think it looks better without it, because as you guys can see, around that vent it's aluminum, and then on this one it's also aluminum, so I kind of like to have them both consistent. But if you guys want to install this piece, definitely feel free to. I'm just personally choosing to leave it off. Yeah, overall guys, I am super happy with the way that this thing turned out. I was super hyped to install this because I absolutely love carbon fiber like most car enthusiasts. I've been putting it all over the car, the mirror caps, the spoiler. I have a front lip coming, I have a diffuser coming, so this car is going to be all carbon fiber decked out from the exterior and the interior. So again, huge thank you to Inline 6 Auto. If you guys do want this for yourself, links down in the description below. It's super easy to install, and although I had gloss black interior trim, it still really transforms this interior, especially when you're sitting in it in person. I don't know how much it's actually picking up on camera, but if you guys have like a wood trim or aluminum trim, you're definitely going to notice a bigger difference, because obviously gloss black to carbon fiber from a distance almost looks like gloss black, but if you guys have like that brown wood trim or aluminum, I think it's going to make a huge difference. So I would highly recommend it. I've been wanting to do this mod for a long time. I actually wanted to do it on my 435, but I never got the chance to, so I'm super happy I got to do it on this car. Now we're not done yet. We still have to do the shifter, but I know what you guys are thinking besides the shifter. You guys are probably thinking, when am I finally going to get rid of this base model steering wheel and replace it for an M Sport 1? I'm working on that, guys. Unfortunately, steering wheels are super expensive, but I am going to do it regardless, and when I get it, I'm actually going to include some cool carbon fiber pieces with it, so it should match the rest of the interior really well. But otherwise, guys, this interior is looking really good. When I worked on the 435, I didn't really stress the interior as much as I think I should have. This car, I really want it to be a great daily driver, and as a daily driver, you spend a lot of time inside the car. We're still gonna make it look awesome from the outside, but I really want the interior to look really good. I really want this car to feel premium and expensive when you step into it, so I think we're doing a good job with that so far. This is the most I've done to a car's interior. But yeah, we still have some more things to do. This isn't the end of the interior mods for this car, so if you guys want to see more, definitely stay tuned, hit that subscribe button. But for now, guys, we still have to do the shifter, so we're not done yet, so stay tuned.
Some of y'all don't listen at all. Same they be pushing your buttons. Got a grown man having withdrawals. I don't mind if you don't listen that much. Yo, I just found what you say for the crowd. Cause some of y'all don't listen at all. Some of y'all don't answer that call.
Alright guys, so I just finished the shifter. If you'll notice, I'm actually in a different location. That's actually because I had to go and get one of these. This is a Torx 8. A really weird size in my opinion. But anyways, that's what BMW chose to use on these shifters. So let me just show you guys the shifter and tell you why you need this and basically how to install this thing. Alright, and here it is, guys. As you can see, this thing looks absolutely amazing. Now you can probably tell This thing is a little more of a pain to install than some of these other pieces because again, these pieces you just stick on, whereas this one you actually have to replace the old piece on it, which by the way, here's the old one. So nothing wrong with this one honestly, but the carbon fiber just looks so much better. It looks so much more sleek. Just looks better in my opinion, guys. Like, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, basically to install this thing, what you have to do is remove the glass on your shifter. So this piece right over here, as you can tell, it's very hard to get around it. So what you have to do is use something like a pick tool. Be super careful not to break it and your previous shifter. So you basically want to get underneath it like that, kind of pull it up. Now what I did was I took my heat gun and I heated it up a little bit because all that holds this thing in is some adhesive. So obviously if you loosen it up, it's going to work a lot better. I tried doing it without the heat gun and I was having no luck, but when I used the heat gun, it came off almost right away. Once you start to get it off, you can either use your fingers or even like a trim tool and basically start to peel it off from all around. That's literally it, guys. It's only adhesive holding this in. So next, once you get this off, there's going to be a screw located right in here. That screw is a T8. I completely forgot that it's a T8. So I had to go and run and get one. So keep that in mind, guys, before you get this and before you try to install it, make sure you have a T8 handy. But yeah, anyways, once you take that off, there's like this white piece that you basically transfer it over and you basically just reinstall this the same way you uninstalled the original one. Now, I know I didn't go super detailed on how to install this, but if you guys want a more detailed video, Inline 6 Auto did make one, so I'll leave it linked down in the description below. But this is just more so to give you guys an idea of what it looks like, to kind of take you guys along with me on the process and the journey of transforming this car. But yeah, anyways, guys, we're pretty much done at this point. Everything looks absolutely amazing. Like, all of this looks so good. My favorite thing is honestly probably the shifter as well as this. I don't know what it is about it, but it being like dark carbon fiber just looks so much cooler to me. And then, of course, we have all these pieces here. Door handles, of course. Here, it's actually in the sun. You guys can see while it's in the sun how beautiful this carbon fiber is. This is real carbon fiber, guys, so keep that in mind. Again, I know we have to get rid of this. This is my next big thing for this interior. I promise, guys, I will be changing this out. But until I get it, I'll definitely enjoy this carbon fiber trim. Again, guys, I think this completely transformed the interior. It'll make an even bigger transformation if you have like aluminum or like a dark wood or something like that, because going from the gloss black to the carbon fiber is not as big of a jump, but still made a huge transformation. So again, huge thank you to Inline 6 Auto. His website will be linked down in the description below, guys. You can get this, you can get the shifter, you can get a whole bunch of other carbon stuff, a whole bunch of other mods for your F30, for your E90, for your F32, a whole bunch of cars. But anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. So as always, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.